Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ernesta. If today is your first time, you're welcome. And if you have been part of this family, I just want to say thank you so much. I love you guys. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. It is free. They might ask you to sign in because they want to be sure you are over 18, because my videos are for over 18, most of them. So that's why they are asking you to sign in, not because they want to collect your data or want to check up on you or want to ask you to pay. It's nothing like that. Sign in and watch my videos, support us, and God will bless you. I hope you are all keeping well. This whole corona thing is not going yet, Still be very, very careful. Keep the distance, clean your hands, wear your mask and your gloves where you should. Please, guys, so that at the end of the day, we will all still be here to celebrate. And I still want you to be watching my videos for as long as God says you should be on this earth. So be careful and be alive. So I'm gonna jump straight to this. Today's video is about Christian homes and infertility, what we believe and how we handle infertility in our homes. I just want to say, to be honest with you, the things I knew before and the things I know now, when I compare them, being a Christian, still growing, and being a Christian, I'm still growing now. I kind of saw that there are a lot of things that young Christians, do not understand in the journey of being a Christian. So I just thought I'm going to talk about some that I know, because like this infertility thing, gone in the days, I know that all people will do, they will pray, 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 pray. They will wait to get pregnant for as long as 10 years, as long as 15 years. They are still praying and things are not happening. And they are not taking steps. They are only praying. Don't get me wrong, I believe in miracles. There are some people that before they get their miracles. And there are some people that took steps without you knowing that they took steps and got their miracles. So I'm not ruling God's miracle out. I'm not ruling anything out. Even those that took steps and got their babies, it is a miracle. I always say something, that there's nothing that can happen if God's hands are not in it. If God did not say you will have that child, go from the best doctor on earth, nothing will happen. But it's in the hands of God. And when you go to even fertility clinic, when they finish their procedure, they will tell you, look, we've done our best. The rest now is in the hands of God. We don't give life. They say it. At least they've said it to me a few times. They will say, now we've done our best and the rest is in the hands of God. Or if they don't say God, they will tell you, oh, somebody has to smile at you from up there. So more or less, they know that it's not in their hands to give you a child. So please, 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 as a Christian woman, when you have been praying, when you are praying for a year and nothing is happening, depending on your age as well. If you are still in your 20s or early 30s, I would say, okay, a year is good. If nothing has happened, go and check it out. When I mean nothing has happened, when you know that you and your husband is together. It's not like he will be here 1 month and is there 20, 2, 3, 4 months, and then he comes back 1 month. No, if it's that kind of one, it could be that you are missing the day or the time, because it's not every month that the woman, it's not every time you ovulate that you release egg. You can be ovulating and there will not be egg in there. So if there's no egg, even if it's there and you mate, nothing will happen. But if it's there when the egg is present, then something will happen. So you can ovulate and there will not be egg in that day. So it's not every month in the year that the woman ovulates with eggs. Some do, but some don't. Like like the 12th month, then you have your eggs in the 12th month. It's not every one. There might be some. So be kind of sure that you guys are there 24 hours. When I mean 24 hours, like January to December, you guys are together and you know your time. If you don't know your time, check my other video when I talk about your 2 fertile days. When I mean 2 fertile days, I'm talking about the day that the eggs will be there. That is what I mean, the two fertile days. So if you calculate it from the day of the menses to that day, you see that it starts from around 10, 11, or 12, thereabout. So check it out. When you check it out, you will understand what I mean by the two fertile days. If you know your two fertile days and you guys are there together January to December, be able to gauge it so that you can get pregnant. But if it is not happening a year, check it out. And if you check it out and there's a problem, follow the problem up. I always say something that when we get to heaven and there's anything like looking back to see where you are coming from, and things you should have done you didn't do, and things you shouldn't have done that you did, or you know, I don't know how it's going to be that day if there's anything like looking back when you get there. Because most times we feel that going further to check this thing out, to follow it up, it is a sin. I am not saying it's not a sin, or is a sin. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that in this faith of being a Christian, we all have different revelation. The word is the word that we read. The same word you read that gave you a different revelation, I will read it and it will give me a different revelation. Why? Because our DNA is not the same. Our faces are different. So God deals with us like that. God deals with us like that. So if a sister comes to you and say, God said I should not go for IVF, is a sin. God has told her. He has not told you. Go to God. Ask God, what of me? Should I not go because it's a sin? We all are different. Please. We all are different. When you, to be honest with you, I am not here to say, that is why I say I'm not saying it is right or it is wrong, because your revelation may be different from the other person's revelation. And even if it is not revelation, let's say it is a sin, it is the grace of God that will see the people who have done those things, you know. They did not go into it purposely knowing that it's a sin and then they dip themselves inside. I don't think so. So please do not sit down and waste your time and then you later come back to that same thing that you think is a sin. Now you find a new revelation, then you now start pursuing it when it is too late. Don't do that. I've seen people who waited for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and they end up coming to do this same thing. Maybe if I tell you what they do in IVF, you will know that they are not cutting somebody and giving you their child. They are not taking somebody's things by force and giving you. They're not stealing and giving you. They're not kind of manipulating things and giving you. What they are doing is that thing that is not functioning in you is what they are dealing with in a different way. When your tubes are blocked, your tubes, your ovary, they are supposed to fertilize, release egg, fertilize, and incubate for you to have a child. But when the space is blocked, that the sperm cannot get to where the egg is released, before you talk of fertilization, before you talk of incubating, before you talk of it becoming a child, traveling into to be implanted in your womb, if any of those things, because of that blockage, is not going to happen, that is where they now have like a dish kind of, which is just like, you know, a replicant of your organ, your reproductive organ, where they put that same egg that they took from you in there and the sperm in there, guiding it with what they need to guide it with. And the fertilization that should be done inside of you is done in there, and they transfer it back into you. So it's still your baby, your biological baby. It's not like they're taking somebody else's and giving you. And even if you don't have eggs and you have to take other people's eggs to get pregnant, that the fertilization process is what I'm telling you now. That process is still what you have. It's still your husband's sperm, or it's still your own egg and another man's sperm, which if you and your husband agree to it, you know, it's still what you guys agree to. They are not doing anything. I always say to people who argue with me and say, oh, it's a sin and is that, I say I'm not going to say it's not a sin. But one thing I'm going to say is that when you have the heart or the liver is not working properly, will you go, I ask them, will you go and have another man's liver or heart? They will say, yes, that one is a different thing. I say, how is it different? My egg, my husband's sperm, we are not going for any other person's one. But you are going to take somebody's heart to work, to live with. Somebody's kidney, somebody's liver, somebody's this, to live with. And you think that is okay. And me, I'm not taking anybody's thing. I'm only, what is not working is what they are bypassing for me to give me the same result that I should have if that blockage was not there. And then you tell me it's a sin. Please, you know what I'll say to you as a Christian? Do not go into argument with anyone. Whatever you need to do for your life, do for your life. I always say something, you know what? The same people will come back and rejoice with you later. And because of all these things, that is making so many people not to tell people about these things. So many testimony we hear today. I'm not saying God is not doing it. God is doing miracles. Some are not even going through treatment. They get pregnant. But majority still are going through treatment and having their babies. And when they come to give that testimony, they will tell you they prayed and God did it. Yes, they prayed and God did it. I believe they prayed and God did it, because without that prayer, that journey will not be successful. But they will never tell you the added work. The work they added, they will not tell you. If you ask them, they will either say, we took some vitamins, we took this, we took that. They added work. You go and add your work to your prayers and get the result you ought to get. God is a merciful God. If you look at it in Psalm 24, he said, the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. Everything, the living, the trees, man, everything on this earth belonged to him. And he went in verse 2 and said, I have founded it. He founded it upon the sea and established it upon the flood. The sea is like a river band where there's water that is like together in that sea. The flood is when the sea now get out of hand. Then if the river will now flood, the flood is like something flooding, something more than what it is, something extraordinary, something abundant. That is the way it is. My emphasis is not like that in the Bible, so don't go and think that is there. No, but to say he founded it upon the sea and established it upon the flood is in the Bible. But I am now digesting that word and working with it. When there is a flood, when you have something that is one, a seed is planted and it grows and come out with different kind of seed. A seed of corn planted, then it comes with a cob of the corn. How many seeds will you get from one cob? So many of them. So the flood, it can be anything. So it depends on how we understand the word of God ourselves. And he said they have everything he has given unto us. And he said we should go and multiply. Take you alone. He sent you to the world to multiply. Take dominion of the fishes in the sea, the bird, everything. Take dominion of any creeping thing. Take dominion. This knowledge for me, no man can gain any knowledge without God. I know that there are some ways that we do it these days that we kind of digress from the normal thing. Like with IVF, they have this one they call designer baby, which I'm going to talk about in my next video. Designer baby, or people say I'm looking for athlete, then they will select the one that they think the gene that will run. All those things, I'm not into it. But if I just want to have a child, I don't see anything bad in it. Don't get me wrong. If it is a sin or not, get that revelation yourself. Don't let someone tell you it is a sin. Get the revelation. Let God tell you. If you know God, you communicate with him. You speak to him. Let him tell you it is a sin. And if he tells you it's a sin, don't go ahead. But if he has not told you it's a sin, seek help. Don't let any human being come and tell you it is a sin, because their life, they are not in your shoes. They are not in your situation. Trust me, those people that will tell you it's a sin, that does not know what you're going through, when they need something, they will do worse thing than what you wanted to do that they are saying is a sin. So please don't waste your life. I know IVF is so expensive. If you're not doing it because of the money, I understand with you. But don't stop because someone is telling you, someone that is not in your shoe, that does not know what shoes, that does not know what you are going through, coming to tell you is a sin. You'll be shocked what you will hear those people do or what you will see them do. And I'm not saying go and do. Make sure you have the revelation yourself to do it before you go in to do it. But if you have the revelation not to do it, then don't do it. Let it be between you and your God and no man else. Don't waste your life. Don't waste your time, because that same people that are telling you don't do it, those are the ones that will insult you tomorrow. Those are the ones that will look at you in the eyes and tell you what no, what you cannot go home and sleep with. I know the kind of society we come from. That is why those who have done it will not tell you they have done it. Why? Because we the way we kind of, you know, talk to people, the kind of gossip and the kind of this that we do. That is why people who have been through it will not tell you they went to do it and had their results. So please, you do not sit down. Go and do it. And that is why I'm doing this video. Go and do it yourself. Check it out and be sure it is something God wants you to do. And if it is for the money, like I always say, we don't have the money now, but come and speak to us. We have organizations who are willing to help you out as well, which they will help you. We can only introduce you to them. They're not paying us, and we are not going to charge you anything. It's just we connecting you with them, and you can follow it up yourself. If you want us to follow it up with you, we will be glad to do that. So please speak out. Don't die in silence. Speak out so that you can get what you want. And that goes with any problem. There's no problem that has no solution. I always say it. The solution may not be the way we think it should be, but it is a solution. So speak out, and God will see you through too. I'm going to love and leave you here, and I will see you in my next video. Before I go, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please try and subscribe to my channel. Support us, and God will bless you as well. In my next video, I'm going to tell us about the designer baby and the designer thing they do in IVF, which I don't support. But trust me, go forward. Don't keep praying. Prayer is good, but without work is nothing. Enough of me today. Take care. God bless. Bye.